We've all heard it 1,000 times. Be consistent. Post every day. Show up no matter what. Never break the streak. And while consistency is the key to growth, here's the problem. Consistency without alignment leads to burnout. So how do you stay consistent without losing your spark? The answer is to build a creator flywheel, a system that fuels itself, where your ideas, energy, and impact all reinforce each other. Step 1. Define your energy rhythm. Every creator has a rhythm, times when you're most creative, focused, or expressive. Some people thrive in early mornings, others come alive at night. Some love scripting, others love speaking spontaneously. Instead of forcing someone else's routine, discover yours. Track your energy, not your hours. When you align your creative work with your natural rhythm, consistency stops feeling like effort, it starts feeling like flow. Step 2. Create systems, not pressure. Burnout doesn't come from creating, it comes from chaos. If you're constantly scrambling for ideas, chasing deadlines, or starting from scratch, you'll exhaust yourself fast. That's why great creators don't rely on willpower. They rely on systems. Batch your work, build templates, repurpose your best ideas across platforms. Think of your system like a content engine. One great idea can fuel multiple posts, reels, newsletters, or podcasts. When your process supports you, you don't need to push yourself. Momentum takes over. That's the flywheel beginning to spin. Step 3. Focus on consistent themes, not constant output. Consistency isn't about volume, it's about reliability. Your audience doesn't need you to post every day. They need you to show up with purpose. Pick a few core themes that define your message, the 3 to 5 topics you want to be known for. Keep rotating around them like a wheel. Every time you create content within those themes, you strengthen your authority and stay aligned with your purpose. This makes creation easier and more focused because you're not reinventing yourself every week. Step 4. Protect the creator-consumer balance. One of the biggest causes of burnout is overconsumption. You can't pour from an empty mind. If you're constantly scrolling, comparing, and consuming other people's work, you'll lose your creative voice. So build input limits. Set boundaries around when you consume and when you create. Spend more time making than monitoring. Let silence, boredom, and reflection become part of your creative process, because creativity needs space to breathe. Step 5. Turn feedback into fuel. The flywheel grows faster when you listen, not to chase validation, but to learn what's resonating. Pay attention to what content sparks real engagement, not just likes, but conversations, DMs, and impact. Refine your message around what your audience values most, without losing your own direction. When you see your work helping people, it reignites your motivation. That's the emotional energy that keeps the flywheel spinning. Naturally. Step 6. Rest is part of the system. Rest isn't a reward, it's a requirement. The most consistent creators understand that recovery creates longevity. You can't sustain momentum if your mental health is drained. Schedule creative breaks, protect your off days. Remember, consistency isn't about doing more, it's about lasting longer. Your audience doesn't need you at 100% all the time. They need you present over time. Step 7. Reconnect with your why. The core of the creator flywheel isn't productivity, it's purpose. Why did you start creating in the first place? What do you want people to feel, learn, or change because of your work? When your why is strong, momentum becomes effortless. Because every piece of content becomes more than a task. It becomes an expression of something bigger. Consistency without burnout isn't about grinding harder. It's about building smarter. When your creativity aligns with your energy, your systems support your flow, and your purpose fuels your effort, you create from overflow, not obligation. That's when the creator flywheel takes off. One idea feeds the next, one win fuels another, and your growth becomes inevitable, not exhausting. So stop chasing consistency as a finish line. Build momentum as a lifestyle. Because the goal isn't to keep spinning forever, it's to create a rhythm that sustains you while you build something that lasts.